Aries, welcome to your October weekly, monthly reading. Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Aries, you're getting it in gear. You know what needs to be pushed out for this new month. You've probably already been pushing it out, ready to execute it, ready to really push that exact point. It's something that you are putting a lot of work into, and precisely one single thing, and you're bursting it through, and it's going to produce what you have been thinking about for a very long time, okay? And now it's time to see exactly what it's going to do, all right? So we're going to be using Mystic Mondays. We're going to do a traditional Free.Spirit.Tarot spirit, and then we're going to clarify each card with a Fountain Tarot deck. I've had that deck for a while, can't get the name down. We're going to start with Emanations, aka Heaven and Hell. We're going to get a color card and a number card. It's been a long time, Aries. I'm a little late in the monthly reading, but you're going to work with me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Aries, October, monthly, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Aries. October, monthly, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do we have for October, for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? We have Brazil, Angel of Mysteries. So Aries, your guardian angel is watching your story, your every move, your every breath, your every take. There's something that needs to be recorded, that needs to be rewatched, and you're going to probably come to a time, sometime later in the month, that you're going to get a flashback of something because your guardian angel is here, holding all the things that's going on in this initiation of action that you're taking. And it's going to allow you to really understand more deeply why you did it, which is going to allow you to push forward better. Underlying energy is Chakma, hell. So you had heaven as your angel came out, and underlining is hell. So you've already gained the wisdom you need for this point. The wisdom you've already gained is here. And now you're using that wisdom to move forward directly in the place that you want to go finally, all right? So we're going to start it off with Mystic Mondays. Get into the clarification with Fountain Tarot deck, and you already know. Let's go ahead and do it. What do we have for Aries, October? The month of October. What do we have for Aries for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? What do we have for Aries for the month of October? Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, Aries, this month you are initiating and creating all the wisdom to obtain the greatest form, okay? Your greatest form is going to be vibrating more than your looks, as your energy is going to be very heightened to a very maximum point. You're going to be able to defend yourself against many things, many obstacles that come your way, because you have built it up to this point. You're going to regain a part of yourself that you have lost. You're going to be able to be almost invincible. That is going to be the feeling that you have. Your resources will be well placed, and you're grounding yourself by doing so, right? It's looking very well for you. You are looking into the distance. You're looking into the distance with the 9 of Wands. Your energy is very guarded and very strong. Very, you're standing around a lot of energy. And your energy is balanced. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. You could be really desiring or driven in a very communicative way here, right? As your thoughts come in, you communicate very quickly. From a guarded standpoint, in the Mars position, as it being something that we're driven to do, our desires, passion kind of comes through there, how we execute things or how we're going about things. You're communicating in a very too fast manner this month. So just recognize that you are communicating as fast as you're thinking, but you're guarded enough and wise enough to handle it because you're grounded that way. So it's looking pretty good. As you communicate, your energy starts to be a little bit more cold, okay? So I would notice that you're starting to be colder with people as you're talking. The more you're talking and initiating your communication, you begin to get colder and colder and colder. You have the Princess of Swords. You're manifesting in a person who talks a lot and boasts about a lot of things that they do. This person that you're manifesting in throughout this month, they are a show-off. They do not have much thought for emotions, okay? And their style of communication is rather childish, but they have a lot of ideas that can spark things. The ideas might not be the best, but they're fresh and they're very new. But they boast about it a lot. They don't really take solid action on their ideas. You might be questioning yourself when you talk about your ideas to people. When you talk about your ideas to people, you might feel as though you're talking a bit too much because you had the Knight of Swords. And then the Princess of Swords came out in the manifestation position, the Mercury position, right here where you're very guarded and kind of have enough wisdom to do things. And I guess you're still kind of, of course we have a lot of things we have to learn still. You're very wise in the direction that you have built up for yourself. Nine of Wands, manifesting in the maybe a person or a new creative way to do what you're doing, or something new, some new ambition or some new way of. It could be something creative, something new and creative. But it's coming in in a way where you're talking about it more, whether it's getting done. All right. So throughout October, you might want to watch out for situations that you manifest where you're talking more about the new creative things instead of taking simple action on those new creative things, or that single creative thing that you aligned yourself into with all the wisdom that you have, Nine of Wands, and then manifesting in that situation with the Princess of Swords in reverse, to execute it instead of talking about it, right? Because you're designed to communicate it, and you're really obsessed with talking about it. But you become a little bit more cold as you talk about it. More so if you hone in on yourself and just focus on it and allow your action to do the talking, it'll come out more well. It doesn't mean you can't talk about it. You have the Wheel of Fortune in Jupiter position. So as the month goes on, it's going to just feel like things are not going in your favor. It almost seems as though things aren't going in your favor. You could also be dealing with somebody here who is having a rough time. I'm really feeling there's someone around you, not necessarily you, but it can be you, okay? And I'll tell you why. I feel as though there's someone that you're dealing with, and it's someone that you're sort of paying attention to, and you see that things are not going their way. They're not moving in the direction that they want it to. It's getting slower for them, and things are passing them by. And you see this as you're building yourself up. You're really maximized throughout this month, and you have what you need for real, And it might not look like it, but you have everything you need. And you can face a difficult problem if you allow this person's energy to get you in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? So that is the only obstacle in your way this month, is that there's something or energies trying to put you in a state of retracting back to old states. You have the Seven of Cups here. So you are relating to a lot of the things that you desire, okay? You were in fantasy land in the past. You were really in your head, really in your emotions about maybe some good food or some good relationships, some good sexual things possibly, some good sensual connection. You may have wanted to really connect with someone or a few things quite deeply, and you really didn't have the time to do it, or you just didn't find the courage to do it. And so now you push past having the courage. You not only gain the courage, but you gain it in greater form. Okay? There's someone that has a lot of things that you're dealing with right now. So if you're in any relationship, that person has a lot of options. Simply that, this person does not cheat on you. This person just likes a lot of things, okay? That person just likes to think about a lot of different things. Or really, they feel like they want more in life. And they want that with you, actually. It's almost like they want to enjoy a lot of different things with you, and you're not really paying much attention to them. And when you communicate, you're not really compromising much in the situation. You're more so focused on building up what it is that you got in front of you. Your angel is also going to let you know. So if you're not really sure how things are going, throughout October, you're going to get a flash of knowledge and wisdom that you have not picked up, things that you have missed, things that have not been seen in your story by you. For October, you want to restrict yourself from purely relying on your intuition, okay? It is nothing wrong with relying on your intuition, but sometimes we need to just do things. Sometimes we need to just take action when it's just need to be, and then learn from the mistakes of the past. Or it could be an asset. You never know. Also, you want to restrict yourself from being very mysterious. You don't want to be too mysterious as you're building yourself here, Mystery probably won't be the best thing as you're trying to get through this Wheel of Fortune here, So it might be best to be open with it and not too secretive about how you're directing your energy and where you're going and what you want to accomplish. And for the Sun position, you want to nurture yourself by not being as free as possible. Not being scared to unbalance yourself in a direction so that way you can find balance again. Not being afraid to tip the scale a little too hard at times. Pushing a little too hard sometimes. So, and you're going to feel really good when you do that because you're going to find you have more limits than the limits that you have now. Because you're probably feeling like you have some limits as you reach this higher form, possibly. But it's going to feel real good when you know you can get further. So this month, you want to push. And push as hard as you can, a little bit. And pull back to the form that you're at. And you'll be able to feel nurtured knowing that I can go farther whenever I want. I know I'm dealing with this now and that's fine. I'm just glad that I know growth is on the horizon. We are unfortunately not going to clarify in this, but we will clarify in the extended with the fountain tail back. Underlying energy is the Judgment in reverse. This is a heavy time of reflecting on yourself too as well. But more so, this is a really heavy doubting season. So do not allow yourself to doubt your capabilities as you are wise enough. Okay? Your number is 2. Okay? So just know what 2 represents for you, which is connection and being in the right place at the right time. Your color is black. So black is very important to you, Aries. I'm running out of time. This is Free Spirit Tarot. If it resonates, like the video. Subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for more videos I do here in the future. And until next time, Aries. Peace. Also check the description below for Patreon that's happening very soon. And Cashapp if you feel that too. I appreciate it. See you later.